Okay, the cycle of fifths. Cycle of fifths is basically a 5 chord, leading to a 5 chord, leading to a 5 chord. The cycle of fifths goes around and around and around in a circle. You can start anywhere and you can get back to where you started. Usually in a song, it occurs in a part of a song, like maybe 3 or 4 of them together, maybe 5 at the most. Together, strung in a pattern, and you can recognize the cycle of fifths very, very easily after you play them. Anyway, here to practice them. Here is, let's start up here like we were in class on an A7. I'm using the movable C7 chord. And the reason I'm using that chord is just because it moves up nicely. Okay? Now the root is on the A string, and we're playing the middle 4 strings. Okay? Now if you want, you can play this 9 chord. If you're up on the 9 chord, you can play the 9 chord, okay? The one that's on the sheet. If not, just play the 7, okay? So we're alternating this chord, the movable C chord, with this standard bar chord played as a 7. Okay, and the reason we're using these 2 chords is so that we can see the chord movement moving down, okay? So, here's A. A chords lead to D chords. D chords lead to G chords, as you know. So, move down, go back to this position, go back to the original position, play the movable C chord. Then play G7 chords lead to where? C. C chords lead to F. F chords lead to B flat. B flat chords lead to E flat. E flat chords lead to A flat. A flat leads to D flat. D flat leads to G flat. At this point, I'm going to call it F sharp because F sharp chords lead to B7 chords. Now I'm just going to, you can play this B7 or you can skip back up here to this one. B7. B chords lead to E chords. Now we're on E. E chords lead to A chords. A7 chords lead to D chords. And then here we are back in the same place we were when we started, except I'm using a different position down here. You can change position anywhere you want on the neck. So here is the root movement of the cycle of fifths, back up to the 12th fret of the A string. Okay? Roots here lead to roots here. 2 frets down, 1 string down. So, here and here. Roots here lead to roots here. And then up 1 string to the next one. Roots here lead to roots here. Roots here lead to roots here. Roots here lead to roots here, etc. Etc. Okay? Round and round and round. All right, so the little chord shape that I showed you the other day, back up to the A, okay, is a 3-note chord. Okay, now the first in A, it's all it is if you play that movable C shape, all it is the bottom 3 strings of that chord. All it is that chord minus the 1 note. And I'm changing my fingering so that my second finger's playing the root on the A string. So the notes are the root, 3, and 7, okay? Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to move the top 2 notes of that chord down a semitone, and then I'm going to play a new root. So if roots here lead to roots here, as I said, then this is going to be my next bass note. So play the chord, move the top 2 strings down, and then play the next bass chord. Now you have to readjust your fingering so that you play the top 2 notes with different fingers. But once you get the hang of it, it's just 1 finger change, and it's very, very easy. So starting back up at the A, D, G, C, F, B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat. See how that works? I'm moving up here to B, E. Let's move up here to E. A, back to A. See, we're back where we started. And you can just practice that for a long time until you get it. You can skip up wherever you like. It's a very useful position on guitar. Okay, I'll just play it really slow. A, D, G, C, F, B flat, etc. And then you can move around. Okay, that's the cycle of fifths.